Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my second part of my year in plants for 2019. This is going to be my new annual series that I put out on the channel at the end of every year, backtracking and kind of talking about the plants that I purchased each month, one plant a month, that I really loved, which was yesterday's video, which is a video I just filmed. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about 12 plants, one plant from each month of the year that I purchased that I regret buying, and I'll discuss the reasons why. So I hope you enjoy this video just as much as yesterday's video featuring 12 plants that I loved finding for 2019. So this is going to be a very fun video to do at the end of every year to just kind of wrap up my thoughts. I'm going to be doing videos like this. I'm trying to figure out more things I want to recap for 2019 before 2020 happens, which is right around the corner. And I am going to be out of town for a week, maybe 8 days, 9 days maybe, in Las Vegas for Christmas and the work weekend. So I'm not going to be here filming, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to film before I leave in a handful of days. So I hope you guys enjoy these 12 plants. And even though I regret buying them or having them in my collection, it was still interesting to have them in the collection and try to figure them out. And maybe you guys can give me your thoughts on these plants, and if you think I should give them another try in 2020 or in the upcoming future. So without further ado, and I have my list here, 12 plants that I regret buying or having in my collection for 2019. And Abby, would you like to say hi to everybody and that you're excited to see Grandma tomorrow morning? We're gonna pick her up 6 in the morning. Yes, because she arrives from Hawaii tomorrow morning. Yeah? Okay. Be good girl, stay near here, okay? So we did a beach workout today, and it's very nice. It's like 60s and sunny for like the ending of December. I can't complain about that, especially being a Hawaii girl. So January, whew, okay. January, let's see here. I'm gonna have to bring up this plant, and I hate to do it because this is a very common plant. And for whatever reason, throughout my plant life, I keep repurchasing the plant to either fill up the planter or purchase it again because my original one died, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for 2020 with these plants, if I'm gonna buy them again or not. This is my maranta, one of them. I purchased this back in January. This is probably a combination of 2 purchases in one pot. This lives full-time next to my fountain for the humidity in my shaded patio. The maranta plant, and I do have my lemon lime. It's by my Buddha head on my wicker coffee table. That one too is kind of dramatic. Marantas in general, it kind of reminds me of like calatheas. So calatheas, caladiums, and marantas, they're very dramatic plants, and they require a lot of plant care. And this is something that I struggled with all year, trying to keep this thing happy. I've been keeping it in shaded areas. I know my lemon lime did really good when it was like in this part of my patio in the shaded area, but for whatever reason, whether they're in my bathroom, which I have some, in my patio, these just stress me out. Let me know if it does the same thing for you, and do you like the marantas, and do you collect them or find them to be a little bit more of a headache plant? Because for me, it just, either the leaves get really brown or they curl up and they die. I just think this is just a very high maintenance plant, and in the future I probably won't be buying any more marantas for 2020. So this is January's plant that I wanted to highlight for plants that I wish I didn't purchase or regret buying or won't be buying again. And I got this one in West Hollywood, so we'll see. I don't know, maybe I need to change this in a plastic planter. My lemon lime that's outside and inside my bathroom are in ceramic planters, and this one is in a terracotta. So maybe if I put it in a white plastic planter, maybe it's gonna do better. Let me know your thoughts. So there's a bunch of plants that I don't have that are no longer with me because they died, but I will try my best to show you 12 plants that I have now that I'm struggling with that are not thrown away yet. So Moses in the Cradle I purchased in February. It died. That's a Tridescantia. I will never get that again. I think I purchased it twice, but I do have one plant that I still have from February that is a little bit of high maintenance. This is, well, what's the current look of my Kangaroo fern. I probably shared this in 10 dramatic plants. As you can see, I'm gonna have to prune off this leaf here. This lives on the top of my shower, and this is where it gets diffuse lighting, humidity, and I try to get this under the shower at least twice a week. I'm gonna have to water it again. But if you are not wanting a fussy plant, I suggest staying away from this one. I have so many other ferns that do really good on me, like my blue star fern, which you've seen in my top 10 house plants. My bird's nest fern is also a good one. Kangaroo paw, I will never purchase this fern again. I'm gonna try my best to keep this one alive, but I feel like had I known it would be this dramatic, I probably would have stayed away from it. So I don't suggest this one at all. But I got this one from my Los Angeles flea market. But live and learn. But yeah, in the future I won't be getting this plant again, and we'll see how long I can keep this thing alive. But I mean, if you're a traveler like me and you're gone for a handful of days, this plant is going to be really sad when you leave. So I don't suggest this plant. In March, let's talk about a plant that I got in the San Diego area. So I know Oxalises are plants that don't thrive all year long, and I think I don't want to deal with plants that have different seasons and they go dormant and all of that. So let's talk about the plant that I got in Lemon Grove, which is in the San Diego area. So this is my March purchase that I regret buying. It's now finding itself in the greenhouse, and it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if you see here and here is like growing cacti, and I don't know here 1, 2, and 3, like why is there cacti growing from it? It's like actually coming out from the plant. So weird. But when I seen this plant in Lemon Grove at that nursery, haven't gone back to it, I just went to it once, this thing was like glistening in the sun. It was nice and full and gorgeous, and I was like, whoa, this thing is like almost like a glass slipper. It was shining in the sun. I was like, I gotta get this plant. I love Oxalises, and in fact all of my Oxalises are now in the greenhouse. They do really good, and then they do, yeah, I don't know. I think for Oxalises I won't be buying any more in the future. My other two, my Sunset and my Burgundy one, are also in my greenhouse. I just like plants to just kind of thrive all year long. This is not one of them, and it's okay. That's part of its plant cycle. But again, like, look at it where it's now. I live and learn. But again, I think if I knew, I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, all of my Oxalises are now in nursery planters, living full-time in the greenhouse, and they're just gonna live there for its entirety because they just come and go, and this is just kind of the look of it now. So let me know your thoughts on Oxalises. Do you love them? Are you okay with the way how they grow throughout the year? Because for me, I just kind of like seeing the plant thrive all year long and give me new growth. But I live and learn, and that's just part of Oxalis life, and this is what mine's currently look like. So if you want to see your money's worth thrive all year long, I don't suggest getting Oxalises. I mean, they're pretty and the blooms are pretty. I've had a bunch. I remember a couple years ago I snapped a photo of me and my original purple Oxalis full of blooms in Las Vegas, and I fell in love with that plant, especially their active plants. But yeah, I have a love-hate for marantas and Oxalises. I think that's what I want to say. And this is a repurchase plant. My original one I think came from West Hollywood. It died. This is my repurchase Peperomia rosso. Here's the current look to it. When I look in the planter, I want to say maybe there's 4 different sections in here. I mean, I want to say this is the best condition I've ever seen it. But this plant, the bottom portion of the plant will start getting really sad, and you're gonna have to really clean up the plant. I don't suggest this plant. This thing now lives full-time in my patio next to my Buddha head on my vintage wicker coffee table. I think it's doing much better there than in my bathroom. I won't be purchasing this plant in the future. This is the second time I purchased this. I think I got this from San Marcos, and I live and learn. I try getting it again because I collect peperomias, but this is one that I don't suggest if you are looking for a new Peperomia to add in your collection. Let me know. I mean, there's a lot of new growth here, but it's just such a finicky plant. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. Ooh, okay, here's a Hoya that I've been struggling with. I purchased it for the second time because my original one died, and when I purchased it the second time, I bought 2 of them, one as a backup plant. And you want to know what I have left of this plant? Well, here it is. I have one trail. This is my Lacunosa, and this Hoya is so finicky. Oh my goodness. So I purchased the plant 3 times and I will never be getting this Hoya again. It's such a hard one to figure out. I mean, when you purchase it from the get-go, it feels like it's dying. It's a very fragile plant, and I don't know. I mean, the rest of my Hoyas are doing good, but not this one. So I won't be purchasing this Hoya again. That was the 3rd time I purchased the plant. I got this one in West Hollywood. All of them came from West Hollywood, so I don't know. Maybe if I purchased it from another nursery, another grower, it will do good. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about that Hoya, and do you find to have problems with it as well? I can't believe I'm saying this, and it was hard for me to pick a plant for June. This is a Rhipsalis that I got for the plant show, and I featured in yesterday's video a Rhipsalis that I got from the same show, and it's doing really good. This one is a hit or miss for me. Out of all my Rhipsalises, this one causes me the most drama. If you look all in here in the planter, these are all fallouts that I've stuck back in here. You guys probably see me fix it up in a planting with Jewelyn, but literally sometimes when I'm gone for a minute, I look at the plant and there's like a lot of fallouts happening. I'm like, what's your problem? I don't know what to do with you. Maybe you're not happy where you live. This has prime real estate on the plant shelf in front of my bed. You know, I don't know. It has a very chunky mix, and I treat it the same like all of my Sansevierias and Rhipsalises. I rarely water the things, so I don't know. Sound off in the comments down below. Maybe it's the planter, I'm not sure, but this is just kind of a plant that I've been struggling with for the last half of the year, but I'm sending it good green vibes, and hopefully in 2020 I won't be seeing more fallouts. But hopefully the fallouts that I did stick back in here will grow and fill up the planter. But just kind of been a little bit dramatic for me since I've gotten the plant, so unfortunately this one has made a spot in today's video. No. Okay, so July I went to the Bay Area. Yesterday's video I had highlighted, I can't remember what plant I bought, but anyway, yesterday's video I would have liked to highlighted my Bay Area Monstera Adansonii, my second purchase one, as one of the coolest finds, but I didn't. I ended up highlighting my Mycans. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, my Stingray Alocasia, and I won't be buying any more Alocasias because again, the cycle of Alocasias, like the Friedek and just all of them in general, they don't grow all year long, so it's a very hard thing for me to see the plant go through its cycle. This has lost all of its leaf except this one, but this has been producing a baby that has been taking forever to unfurl. This thing has been like this for like 3 weeks now. But literally I had to chop off 2 or 3 stingrays from this plant, which was so sad. And this was a very expensive rare plant, so to spend a lot of plant dollars on a plant and it's not doing the best that you want it to be, it's kind of disappointing when I look at the plant. I still love this plant, and I've never seen this plant in person, and this was one of my wish list plants for this year. So when I came across it in the Bay, I was like, I don't care. The condition of the plant, I think there was one tear in one of the leaves that ended up dying, and it wasn't the best condition, but I still wanted the plant. But this is the current look of it, and it's just been a little frustrating. So Alocasias are like Oxalises. Their plant cycle is not very satisfying all year long, and I think now I know when I look back at my year in plants, I don't like plants that either go dormant or lose all its leaves and then come back again. Alocasias and Oxalises are like my love-hate. So again, just a little bit disappointed about this. I still love the plant though, and let's see what it looks like. And when this unfurls, this will be featured for December's Pot of Fame, so stay tuned. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me, because I like to share my plant life on my plant Instagram. And if you watched recently, my beautiful Philodendron, which I purchased in August as one of my birthday plants, was thriving and it was doing good. It was producing so many leaves, and I don't know what happened, but while I was away in Las Vegas for Thanksgiving week, there was a lot of rain and this plant did not agree to it, and the whole plant is pretty much gone. And this was actually going to be part of one of my plants that I am in love with for 2019, but look at it. I have now put it back in a nursery planter. This leaf is about to fall off, and this is the condition of my Philodendron. I fell in love with this plant. One, it's a rare plant. I love the fuzzy stems. This thing was thriving. I just can't believe it. I literally lost like over 15 leaves, and I feel like it wasn't my fault, or it was my fault because I traveled and I left it out in my patio for the rain. I don't know what made it unhappy, but all of the leaves have fallen off and it just is very disappointing. Look at this leaf is about to fall off too. Let me know in the comments down below if you have the squamophorum. Do you find it to be a headache plant? Has it done the same thing for you? Once this falls off, I'm gonna still keep the root ball and see if and when it produces new growth on me. How long is that gonna take for the plant to replenish itself? But it's just so sad. I don't know why did I lose all of its leaves. It was one of my most thriving plants in my collection, and I probably lost almost a good amount of leaves, like 20 leaves or so from this plant. So unfortunately, it makes a spot for August for 12 plants that I'm just frustrated with for 2020. That was very sad to report. There is 2 plants that I want to share for September because, well, I'm just frustrated with these 2 plants. So September will have 2 plants. This is plant number 1 for September. This is my Peperomia metallica, and boy, this plant is very dramatic. I regret buying this plant. Like, look at it. It kind of gives me like caparata vibes, the way how it just dies on you. Some of my ripples are doing good, and then some of them diminished. Very hit or miss. But let me know in the comments down below if you have the metallica, and do you find this Peperomia to be easy growing or not? I mean, just look at it. It's now living back in a nursery planter in my greenhouse, and I want to try to save whatever I can, but honestly, yeah, I don't think it was worth purchasing. I got my Cebu Blue. So the one that I split and put in my studio all died. This is the current condition of the one that I didn't split, that lives full-time in my patio next to my fountain. And this thing is just such a headache plant. I don't know what to do. Let me know in the comments, what should I do with this Cebu Blue? I can't believe it. This was one of my dream plants for 2019, and I had so many and they're all dying on me. So I don't know what to say about that one. But that's the reason why I wanted to share 2 plants for September, because they're just really upsetting. If you watch my Instagram stories on Planting with Jewelyn, you've seen the tragic incident of my Lowrider. Look, it's doing it here. What am I gonna do? This thing hardly gets any water. Like right now, it's so dry. This Lowrider has lost so many leaves. I'm about to prune this one off too, because as you can see, it is not doing good. Again, all of these are new leaves right here. I probably had to prune off since I got this plant. Whew. And I mean, I only had the plant for maybe not even 2 months. At least 5 leaves I had to take off because they're all getting like this, almost the same look as what my squamophorum was doing. I don't know if it's too much water or not. This thing is so dry. I hardly water this thing. So again, Alocasias, they give you new leaves. Well, the old leaves die off. It's just no more Alocasias for me. And if I do buy any in 2020, I have to slap my hand on that, because they're just very stressful plants. They give you new leaves, well, the old leaves die. So this is a plant that I just get really frustrated with in my collection, and I haven't had it for too long. And I got this one from, I believe, Upland, California. So let's talk about November and December. I'm going to talk about two plants that I got with trades from subscribers. This is one of them. And I would also like to share my Gloriosum that I got from the same trade from my subscriber, but that whole thing died. And now this is what's left of my variegated syngonium. I think when I got the plant, it was already drooping like this. Since I got the plant, I had to prune off at least 8 leaves, and this is the current condition of it. Not a very satisfying plant. I know this plant is a very sought out plant. I have one too that I purchased as a mail order, which is doing better than this one. But again, as far as for having plants in my collection for the month of November, I regret having this plant in my collection. It's just, look at it. Yeah, so I was really excited to get it as part of the trade, and it never perked up on me and it lost a bunch of leaves. So yeah, I see some new growth here. I will try my best to keep this thing alive, but I don't suggest it in your collection unless you are okay with drooping leaves and losing a lot of leaves. So just trying to figure out what it wants, and this is the current look. So for the month of December, I recently did a trade. If you watch, I met up with my other subscriber for the second time, and the variegated albo was the second trade I did with my subscriber in Santa Clarita, and then I did a second trade with my subscriber in Temecula. And this is my recent traded plant, and I actually messaged her this morning and I'm like, this plant is dramatic with me, and Jewelyn suggested I put it back in water. One part of it died from the fall, and this is the 3 cuttings that I have left. And as you can see, it's just not happy. I've watered it. It has like the best seat in the house. It's on my baker's rack by the window, and I've just acquired the plant in my collection and it's not doing good. So I don't know what to do. I think what I'm gonna do is probably stick it back in water, get it out of the soil, and it just will live in water, and probably Leco balls is what I'll do for it. At least I tried putting it in a nice planter, but the future of this plant will be Leco balls and water. But I never thought it was going to be very dramatic on me. So this is going to wrap up 12 plants for 12 months that I have gotten really frustrated with for 2019. Plants that I maybe regret buying or will think twice in the future about buying, and just plants that have just been a little bit more dramatic than the rest of my collection. Again, I have over 500 plants, so for the handful of plants that I did share in today's video, or in my 10 plants that are dramatic or plants that are upsetting to have, I don't want to say it's me, because if I have over 500 plants and they're doing good, then I think I'm okay. Like, I don't think I'm a bad plant parent. I'm trying my best. And just note to self, in the future for 2020 and the upcoming years, I won't be repurchasing these plants again. I think from all of the plants I highlighted in today's video, which one I would probably repurchase would be only one, which would be my Philodendron squamiferum, because that is a rare plant and I really adored that plant. That was one of my prize plants for this year, and just, it has not, like, it just was not happy with me leaving for Thanksgiving week and all of the leaves fell off. So wish me luck. If anything happens positive wise for any of the plants in today's video, I'll share it in an upcoming video. Maybe I'll do it in a future plant talk Q&A. So I hope you guys enjoyed 12 plants for 12 months for 2019. Kind of summing up my year for Plant Life 2019 on 12 plants that I regret having in the collection, or upset or disappointed of just their progress or how they've been doing in the collective. And again, I love plants and I try to be as positive as I can, but these videos too are very interesting, and I know you guys like seeing this side of plant life too. So just another fun way to wrap up my year for 2019. Stay tuned. I will be doing more videos wrapping up 2019 for plant life, and I will be doing another plant talk Q&A before the year ends, and talking about my plants that I would like to get for 2020 and my plant goals. So hope you guys enjoyed the flip side to yesterday's video, 12 plants for 12 months. and I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads. Let me know also in the comments down below if you have any of these plants. Are they doing the same thing for you as well, or what plant have you been struggling with for 2019 that you purchased that you wish that you didn't get in the collection because it was just a waste of money and caused you a lot of stress. I would love to see that in the comments down below. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads. There's a video that goes live at 5 a.m. each and every day. I am going to spend the next 2 hours cleaning up my place before I teach my night classes. And stay tuned because my grandma's arriving tomorrow at 6 a.m. I will share that on Vlogmas on my vlog channel. And I'll probably sum up Vlogmas in 2 or 3 videos for the whole month of December. Just kind of sharing with you what I did for the month of December like a regular vlog. So stay tuned for that. I'm so excited to see my grandma back on the channel. And we are heading to San Diego tomorrow for the last San Diego trip of the year for my dance school. And I won't be going back to San Diego until after I'm back from the Middle East in 2 months. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys tomorrow. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Happy holidays. Bye.